Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching this recording from. Welcome to Your College Finances, Be Fully Prepared, presentation from the Office of Student Financial Services here at St. Edward's. I'm Jonathan Grabbear. I'm the Assistant Director of Student Accounts. Joining us today is Annie Hinojosa, one of our financial aid advisors, as well as Dustin Knoll, our Military and Veteran Affairs Coordinator. We're from the Office of Student Financial Services. You can find us on campus. Normally, we're in main building room 204. However, we were flooded out, so right now we are temporarily located in main building room G19, which is on the ground floor, and it'll be there at least through the end of the year. So if you want to visit us, just go to the ground floor and find us in G19. We are open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to noon and then 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. We also operate a virtual front desk, so if you want to visit us online, you can do that from anywhere in the world. Our virtual front desk is open from 9 a.m. to noon, and you can find it on our website at stedwards.edu/billing and financial aid. If you prefer to call us, feel free to give us a call. Locally, our number is 512-448-8523, or toll free, our number is 1-800-555-0164. A lot of us are working remotely right now, so email is usually a little bit faster than the phone. You can email us at seu.finaid@stedwards.edu, and lots of information is available on our website at stedwards.edu/billing and financial aid. We have a combined financial aid and student accounts office. We are responsible for the awarding and disbursement of financial assistance. We're also responsible for the billing and collection of tuition, fees, and on-campus housing and board. We also oversee the work-study programs and coordinate the veterans benefits. So today we're going to go through a few different things. We're going to start out with me talking about billing and payments. Then I'm going to turn it over to Annie, who's going to talk to us about financial aid. Dustin's going to take over then, talking about veterans benefits, and then we'll tell you about how you can contact us. So let's get into billing and payments. So for each semester, this is an estimate of typical charges you'll see for your first semester. Tuition is going to come in at $24,573, and that's for anyone taking full-time classes between 12 and 18 hours. We charge a flat rate, so it's the same price whether you're taking 12 hours or 18 hours. Under 12 hours, we charge an hourly rate. Over 18 hours, we charge the flat rate plus the hourly rate for whatever's over 18. But the vast majority of the students take between 12 and 18. Typical housing is going to be $4,200 for your dorm. And then we have meal plans of $2,275 and a comprehensive fee of $425. And that's it. We don't have any other fees on top of that. It's all included in that comprehensive fee. So you can see it's pretty simple billing. Your total semester charges for your first semester is going to be about $31,473. Now we do have a couple of optional fees that you can choose to get. A car permit is $310, and that covers your parking throughout the entire year. That's fall, spring, and summer semesters. We do have semesterly parking as well if you prefer that. We also offer health insurance. The current estimated price for health insurance is $1,189, and that's for a single semester. If you're already covered by your parents' insurance or your own insurance through work, you can waive that insurance coverage. You just need to go onto My Hilltop and select Submit Proof of Insurance, and that'll allow you to submit your insurance card and get that charge taken off. But every student is required to have coverage of some kind, so if you don't have your own, then you'll be enrolled in the university health insurance. And note that is automatically charged unless you waive out of it, so make sure you do that every year at the start of the fall semester. Our meal plans, we offer two meal plans for freshmen. Plan A is $2,810, and Plan B is $2,275. All of our on-campus dining is a la carte, so the only difference between those two plans is the actual dollar amount available to purchase food. So there's no like set price for a meal. If someone wants to go into the cafeteria and just buy a soda, they'll just be charged for the soda. If they want to go in and buy a full-on meal with sides and desserts and everything, then they'll be charged for that, for everything that they purchase. So that's really the only difference between those two meal plans is the amount they have to spend in the dining facilities. You can see on the screen here that the meal plans are divided up into both dining dollars and topper tender. So I'm going to get into the distinction between those in a little bit. But the Plan A averages out to approximately 17 to 19 meals per week. Plan B averages out to approximately 14 to 16 meals per week. And that just depends on how much the student wants to eat. So the dining dollars portion of that is accepted at all of our on-campus dining facilities. That includes South Congress Market, our Hunt Hill Cafe, the Coffee House, the Huddle, the food truck, as well as the cafe in Doyle Hall. Any unused amount that you have at the end of the fall semester will roll forward to the spring. However, anything that's unused by June 30th of the dining dollars is lost. So make sure all those are used up by the end of the spring semester. The topper tender portion of that works just like the dining dollars, except that's a bit more flexible. In addition to being accepted at all 6 of those campus dining facilities, you can also use it at the bookstore, at the convenience store, the copy center, as well as the vending machines on campus. We've also partnered with some nearby off-campus locations where you can use your dining dollars. ATX Food Mart, HEA Cafe, Chili's, Southside Flying Pizza are all right by campus. Also right by campus are Cabo Bob's Burritos and Comadre Kitchen. The nice thing about those last 2 is that they are actually owned and run by St. Edward's alum. So it's really great that we get to partner with those and let students enjoy some great food at some business owned by alumni. The other great thing about Topper Tender is that it never runs out. So it rolls forward from semester to semester for the entire time the student is here. And when they're no longer a student, every penny of your Topper Tender is completely refundable. The other nice thing about it is that you can add to it anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the website, hilltoppercard.com. Or if you go to My Hilltop, just search for My Topper Tender, you can add to it there. And not only can students add to that balance, but anyone can. Anyone can add to your Topper Tender balance. All they need to know is your student ID number. They'll just enter that in and they can top up your balance anytime they want. Shifting terms, let's talk about the financial terms and conditions. And the thing that we really want to emphasize on this part is that no matter who is paying for the student's balance, as a university, we consider it the student's responsibility to have their bill paid. So what that means is the student is accepting the responsibility for all those charges, and they're going to be our first point of contact for any questions we have about billing or anything about payment. And further than that, they have to authorize anyone else for us to be able to talk to about that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the presentation. But it's important the student be familiar with not only the bill, but also the refund schedule. There is a graduated refund schedule, meaning that the later in the semester they choose to drop a class, the less of a refund they'll get back for that class. Now, if you're taking between 12 and 18 hours in that flat rate of tuition, then you can drop kind of whenever, and it's not going to change your bill. But if you do go below that 12-hour threshold, then there could be a portion of your tuition that's still due if you drop late enough in the semester. Now, we hope you don't exercise this, but some students will have to. If you choose to withdraw from the university, you should know to use the official withdrawal process to do that. And you just go on My Hilltop and there's an option for withdrawing, and someone will get in contact with you to walk you through the withdrawal process. Now, that's mainly for the student's benefit, to make sure that everything's complete before they leave and there's no hanging issues for them that might come up to bite them later. As far as paying, we have several different options to pay your bill. You can, of course, pay in full. Tuition for the fall semester is going to be due on August 1st, and for the spring semester will be due on December 1st. We do charge a $75 late fee for any past due balance over $500. We also offer a 2-week grace period for any balance, so that $75 late fee isn't charged, on August 2nd. You do have a little bit of time to get everything settled in place. If you don't want to pay in full, you can use our monthly payment plan and pay off over the course of the semester. For the fall semester, you can split it in up to 4 payments between August and December. For the spring semester, you can go up to 5 payments between December and April. There is a $50 flat administrative fee to use a payment plan, and the late fee for a payment plan is $25 for any missed payment. As far as the kinds of payments we take, we try and make this as flexible as possible. In person or by mail, so you can come to our office or send it to our office, a paper check, a money order, cashier's check. In person in our office, we also are happy to accept cash. We also offer payment through the billing center online, and this is very useful and flexible and allows you to pay from anywhere you'd like. And through the billing center, you can pay with an electronic check or an ACH, and that'll take the money directly from your bank account. You can pay with a credit or a debit card. There is a 2.85% processing fee, and that's a pass-through fee directly from our credit processor. So that's the source of that. We accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express on the site. If you prefer to do a bank wire, we offer two great options for bank wires, and these are particularly useful for international students. You can do a direct bank wire through Western Union. We also offer payments through TransferMate, and TransferMate specializes in international payments. And so you can initiate through them and work through your local bank, and they're regulated in many countries around the world. So they're a great option to use for an international payment. There's a $20 processing fee for using a bank wire. It's about $20 for TransferMate. I think it's in euros, so it might fluctuate a little bit, but there is a small fee for using that. I mentioned the Billing Center earlier, and that's your place in MyHilltop for anything you need regarding billing or payments. You can go on there and look at your semester bill, view your past account activity. You can generate a bill anytime you want that's live and to the minute. You can make those online payments, sign up for your payment plan. You can set up an account for any returns or refunds you have for dropping a class or getting additional financial aid. And 1098-T tax forms are also published in the Billing Center. Students have automatic access to the Billing Center under the MyHilltop task that says View/Pay My Bill. Parents can get access to it, but the student has to provide that access, and they can do that in the Billing Center by selecting authorized users. So if you are a parent that's going to need access to that, please make sure that the student sets you up, because we can't give access to that or talk about the bill even without the student providing affirmative access for you to get that. So make sure they set you up in the Billing Center to be able to access it. The last thing I'm going to talk about around billing is tuition insurance. So we highly recommend getting tuition insurance. It's really great, especially now. What it provides for you is that you can get a full refund of all your out-of-pocket costs if the student has to withdraw for medical reasons. So this allows you for repayment in excess of that refund schedule that I mentioned earlier. So if it's late in the semester, the student gets sick and they have to drop all their classes, without the insurance, you'd be out of pocket for potentially the entire amount of tuition. If they, potentially the entire amount of tuition, they didn't get a refund. But with tuition insurance, it allows you to be reimbursed for that. It allows you to be reimbursed for that for those medical reasons, and that includes COVID-19 medical reasons, as well as not only physical, health issues, but also mental health issues. And it's good because it's not a fixed amount. You can customize it completely for your out-of-pocket costs. So if your out-of-pocket cost after financial aid is $5,000, all you need to do is buy a premium or a coverage that covers $5,000. It is pretty cheap relative to the amount of coverage you get. So we do recommend everyone at least look at it, if not, sign up for it. But you do have to purchase it before the first day of classes. If you want to find more information on that, you can just go into MyHilltop, go into the tuition insurance task, click on that, and it'll take you to the GradGuard website, who will walk you through the process. And the company that offers this is GradGuard. It's the same company that offers the on-campus renters insurance, and they specialize in tuition insurance and university tuition. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Annie, who's going to talk to us about financial aid.
Thank you, Jonathan. Hello, everybody. I'm Annie Hinojosa. I work for the Student Financial Services Office, specifically for financial aid. We are here to be partners with you on this investment personally. As your student financial aid counselors, we will guide you every step of the way, serve you from the admission process through to graduation, consider your individual needs and circumstances for your student and your family, provide ongoing financial literacy and advising, and help you plan and problem solve your college financing. Some important dates to remember. When should we do that FAFSA? The FAFSA is open on October 1st every year. Hopefully you've done it by now and you have reached out to our office about financial aid. The FAFSA is completed on the government website, fafsa.gov, and our school code is 003621. It should be completed or submitted online once per school year. So for example, every October, it should be completed. International students normally do not fill out the FAFSA. They are completing a different application called the CSS profile. It is on the College Board website, and our school code there is 6619. Please be sure to complete all financial aid requirements that are listed in the financial aid tab on my Hilltop. And if you need to send us anything, especially secure documents, do not upload, please do upload or fax, don't email. There is a task in my Hilltop. You'll see a picture of it there that says submit financial aid paperwork. That's the safest place to upload and send us those documents. Some sources of financial aid you'll notice are scholarships and grants coming from St. Edward's, federal aid, state aid, private sources, civic organizations and churches, and different employers. This is a screen just showing you all the different tasks in my Hilltop that are related to financial aid and billing. Payments and financial aid, you'll notice is that category there. Um, you almost can tell that they're financial or billing related because they're green. Um, you don't need to click through all of these, but it is helpful to know that they exist. Sometimes the answer that you're looking for is right there. For example, you see the task right there in the center of the screen of tuition insurance by GradGuard that Jonathan just talked about. So later, if you're wondering about it and you can't remember where to find the info, definitely search my Hilltop. That search bar at the top will definitely lead you to the right place. This is a very common topic, the idea of a special circumstance or a professional judgment. Basically, when a family has experienced some loss of income, such as loss of income due to a job change or forced reduction in hours, um, perhaps there was a one-time income that occurred in one tax year that doesn't reoccur each year. If there's been a divorce or a separation, death of a spouse or a parent, some unusual expenses such as medical or dental expenses, some asset changes, or financial loss or hardship due to natural disaster. These are all things that, if they've happened, you may want to talk to the financial aid office about it because you're looking for some special circumstance help or possibly a reconsideration of the financial aid offer. So please do reach out to us as financial aid counselors. We are interested in working with your family to figure this out. In order to maintain eligibility, your student will want to reapply every year. So annually, doing that financial aid application every year, such as that FAFSA in October 1st. Be sure to maintain renewal requirements for your merit. So for example, the scholarships that you have earned have specific GPAs and requirements that you must consider. They are listed on our website, the St. Edward's Billing and Financial Aid website. The policies are listed there, so you can kind of refresh your memory. Also, be sure to maintain satisfactory academic progress. Those three words right there basically mean financial aid is watching to make sure that you are making the right grade and completing the right number of hours to progress towards your degree. So that's why it's called satisfactory academic progress. This includes maintaining your GPA at least a 2.0 for some of the state and federal and university grants and loans. But for some things, it may be a 2.5 or higher. And then being sure to complete at least 75% of the classes you attempt. So it says 75% of your coursework. That means be very careful not to withdraw or drop too many classes. Usually, when students are thinking of withdrawing or dropping, they're talking to their success coach or their academic or program advisors. It's very smart to also talk to the financial services counselor and just make sure that the dropping or the withdrawing isn't going to cause any kind of trouble, or if so, then what's the next step? Just like for billing, um, in academics, there is a way for parents to have access, but the student has to grant that access. It's their student's right to do so. They can click on the Setup Parent and Guest Access in my Hilltop to grant that, and they can click on the Setup Billing Center users to grant that. So these are two different areas where parents or families or other people that are assisting the student with their college path can have access to if the student so wishes.
Hi, folks. My name is Dustin Knoll. I'm the Military and Veterans Affairs Coordinator here at St. Edward's University. And if you plan on using your GI Bill, any chapter of the GI Bill, you will need to coordinate with us because we have all the information that you will need and how this ties in to all the wonderful information Jonathan and Annie were just speaking to. And so you can go to stedwards.edu/Veterans Affairs for specific guidance for both before you're accepted or once you are accepted. You'll find guidance there. If you still need to apply for the GI Bill from the VA, it's there for you. So also, if you are thinking of participating in ROTC programs, please coordinate with us, as well as using any state or federal tuition assistance funding. We're happy to help you in all of that, and we will be here to answer any questions that you have. My contact will be at the end of this presentation. Please feel free to reach out to me. Jonathan, back to you.
Great. So thanks, Dustin. So we do want to talk about your counselors. So we do have, this is our staff of financial aid advisors, and they're sorted initially by the first letter of your last name. So you can see who your advisor is right here. Now, if for some reason that distribution of the alphabet should change, your counselor will not change. So your assigned counselor is your counselor for your entire time at St. Edward's University. Please take a second to look at this and find your advisor. We encourage you to reach out to them if you have any questions or anything at all. We're really here to assist you with your financial aid questions and anything you might need. You know, we know that financial aid and billing can be a complicated process sometimes, so don't hesitate to use us as a resource in navigating all of that. A lot of us are working remotely right now, so email is slightly faster, but we also have our office numbers listed there if you'd like to call us. And that's gonna be about it. Again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us. Stop by our office on campus. We're in main building, room G19 for this semester. After the semester, we'll hopefully be back in our office in room 204. Our virtual front desk is open for you. You can find the link to that on stedwards.edu/billing and financial aid. Call us 1-800-555-0164 toll free, or 512-448-8523 locally, or email us seu.finaid@stedwards.edu. And we appreciate you being here for this presentation, as well as for joining the St. Edward's community. One of the nice things about a private university is the community that we offer, and we're glad for you to be a part of that. We're looking forward to being back on campus and seeing everyone, and welcome to the university.